Hey guys, it's Will Chandler, Guardian Fury here. Um, just wanted to make another video here, tell you guys what's been going on lately. And it's been interesting to say the least. I guess also I want to say that I made an email account to be able to communicate on here. I'll try to remember to put it in the description below or however that stuff works. And that way, if anyone wants to email me about stuff, they can do so. And again, I have to remember to do that when I post the video. And so I've been hanging out with the elders a few more times, and I even went to one of their houses and helped work on a house he's working on. And this poor guy needs all the help he can get. It's in pretty rough shape, and he's let's just say he's not an expert at remodeling a house. So I'm definitely going to be offering to help him out some more, and that allows us also to have conversation while we're working. And like one of the things I got into while I was working with him was the secrecy that exists within the organization, from the elders manual to the branch manuals to the elders letters. And I brought up even about the binding of the elders manual, and the old excuse came up of, well, nothing's in there that isn't in the publications. And I'm like, well, that's not true, and we both know this. And I asked him how long he'd been an elder, and he's been an elder for over a decade. The younger guy I talked to, and like he was an elder in his 20s. So I mean, he knows these manuals then, and I know the manual, and I'm like, it reads like a corporate rules. It's not biblical stuff in a lot of cases. And after giving him examples and talking about it some, he agreed that, yeah. And so I said, but what's if this is something from God, why would you keep it hidden, right? And he tried to play that off and the other elders manual things as, or not play it off, but he tried to explain it in his own mind as why burden the brothers and sisters with stuff they don't need to know about. And so I brought up the 2014 elders letter, like I think it was end of March 2014, about the Kingdom Hall arrangement. And I said, now, you had in your one section of what to read, then it said, don't read the following to the congregation. And he said he remembered that letter. And so we got talking about it, and I said, my view on it, my take on it, is that they were operating illegally as a bank. So they had to stop doing that. They couldn't be charging interest anymore because they were literally operating an illegal bank. That's my take on it. Giving out loans, charging interest to their brothers, even as the Bible says not to. I brought that part up too in passing, that the Bible says not to charge interest to your brothers, but that's what they were doing. And so I asked him, why is it that the rank and file were told that, oh, look at this great provision, our loans are repaid, but then the elders were ordered to put forward a proposition to keep the monthly payment the same or higher, and instead of ending when the loan was paid off, that would now be in perpetuity. It would never end. And so we talked about some of that stuff for a little bit, and the only thing he could come up with was that he felt like it was not wanting to put an undue burden of information on the rank and file. And I said, well, that's where we're going to have issue, is because to me it smacks of secrecy and hiding things and not being honest and open. I said, what's the Bible say about that? Don't keep things hidden. Everything that's been done and then hidden in the darkness is going to come to light. which is kind of funny because I'm bringing that to light in his life, right? So, the other really crazy thing is when I went to his house at the end of it, he admitted to me that he was scared, a part of him was scared that I might kill him when I got to his house. Which is mind-blowing to me. This man has been talking to me almost every day on text, and I've met with him multiple times a week now for weeks, for over a month. And I've shared with him very in depth who I am, what I've been through in life, and he's seen what my character is. But again, that does not match up with what he's told about people like me. And also, when I brought this up at several of their meetings with him, is that everything is doom and gloom. And they're told that everything's evil out in the world. The only place you're safe is with Jehovah's Witnesses. And so from my perspective, yeah, of course he might feel like I would hurt him because that's what he's told every week, a couple times a week, right? But it was mind-boggling to me that, I guess it shouldn't have been, but it really did blow my mind. And I'm glad he had told this to me, though. I'm glad he felt comfortable enough to tell me that it was mind-blowing that he thought, a small part of him thought that I might kill him. And then even in analyzing that, I'm like, if this is going to be the home for your family, why on earth, if you're scared, would you even give me the address of where you're going to be living? At least make me work for it if I was going to be a bad guy, right? And the really funny thing about that is when I showed up, because one of the last meetings I was at, I'd had my pocket knife on me, and then I was like, I need to go put this in my truck. And he's like, oh, it's no big deal. I don't think anyone would even notice. And I was like, no, it's the principle of the matter that I know y'all don't like weapons, so I'm going to go back to my truck real quick and put my pocket knife in the truck. So I went and did that. And so I had brought my 3-day pack with me that I have from the Army that I had like on all my missions in Iraq and everything, because that's where I keep some stuff, some medicine and just extra clothes, and I'd thrown my Motrin in there and some other stuff, and I just grabbed my pack, and so when I showed up, he came out and I said, let me show you why I don't think about having a pocket knife on me a lot. And I pulled out my combat knife, my fighting knife, and it's a big blade, and anyone that knows knives, when you look at it, it just screams fighter. It is a vicious knife. I mean, it's pretty awesome. But I keep that in my pack. I mean, I use it camping now, like I use it to split kindling. That's how big the knife is. You know, it's got weight to it. It's made for fighting. And it's got enough weight to it that I use it to make kindling when I go camping with the kids. And so the first thing I did when I showed up, not knowing he was worried that I might kill him, the first thing I do when I show up is I said, let me show you why I didn't think of my knife in my pocket the other day. So I pull out that knife and I did hand it to him, though. You know, like I didn't like point it at him. I handed the handle to him. And so who knows what he was thinking at that moment, right? It's kind of funny. But I do have to go get the kids in a second, so I'm gonna have to cut this video short, and I'll fill you in on the rest of my day with him, and also yesterday's conversation and Bible conversations I had with him and another elder. Anyway, y'all have a good one.